Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review, and today we're looking at the World of Halo Banished checkpoint with Spartan CQB and Brut Warrior. Funny enough, this is part of Series 4, and it is just showing up on Amazon, so if you guys want to order it, there is going to be a link down in the description, Amazon affiliate link, and yeah, so let's get into it because there's a lot going on here. First and foremost, we do get 2 figures with the set, which we'll be taking a closer look at pretty soon, but I want to start off with all the accessories and kind of just get them all out of the way because it is a lot. Which is a good thing, by the way. So first of all, it comes with 10 terrain pieces, which includes 3 grass, 3 dead grass, and then 4 stone, which is fine and all. I don't really use them. I have so many of them, but they have proven useful for other things too. So I guess cool they added them in there. We do get 2 fusion coils, nothing new here, but it is always nice to add a few more of these when we can. And 2 of these blockade things, which I didn't do the review earlier this year for the one that came out on Amazon. But if you pick that up, you would have gotten 2 of these already, so now I have 4, which is awesome. So, you know, more of these, the better, honestly. As for new stuff, we do have this really nice looking blockade piece right here. I really like it. Honestly, from the packaging, I wasn't really expecting too much, but in hand, it's big, it's a good size. It's beautiful and I want more. And then we have a Banished weapons rack right here, which looks really good and probably one of the highlights of the set. We'll be taking a closer look at both of those in a moment here. On top of that, we do have a scrap cannon with the turret. So it's a turret mounted scrap cannon, which is awesome. We do already have a scrap cannon in the line that came with Torvos, I believe. But now we have one that is a turret form, which I want more because it's awesome. And it is a different mold than the one that comes with Torvos, yeah. So different, not the same. Again, we'll be taking a closer look at that as well. On top of that, we did get a good amount of weapons, which include the Pulse Carbine, the VK-78 Commando, the Needler, a Mauler, a Shock Rifle, a Skewer, as well as a Gravity Hammer, and a really nice looking energy sword. There's really not much to say about the weapons that we got. The energy sword is very nice. I do very much like it. I want to say it's the same one that came in that Amazon pack that I was talking about before, but either way, really nice, really good looking. The Gravity Hammer, not bent at all, which is an awesome bonus. So actually maybe it's a little bit curved, but you know what, I'll take it compared to what some of my other Gravity Hammers are. They are so messed up. This one came in almost perfect, so nice to see that that's going on there. The detail on these are all really nice, by the way. We have some orange paint in there that really help everything pop. Some, you know, little kind of design going on there. Some of these weapons a little bit plasticky, but still overall design and sculpt wise looking really, really good. So I can't complain on there. Again, the energy sword looks really good. A little bit curved, but not too much. And yeah, so anyways, we're going to start off by looking at these blockade pieces right here, which if you picked up the other pack, like I said, you will already have some. So technically, I now have 4 of these. I will probably buy another one of this pack. I'm not going to lie right now. It's so good. But I wanted to mention these because I didn't show them on the channel yet. So I figured you guys might want to take a closer look. They look really nice. Not really much to say. You can put them basically in any direction you want. So they're cool, nice little blockades to put out on the battlefield if you have, you know, multiple of them. It's a really nice touch, something really cool to add to this line. I really like these. Anyways, next up we have this new blockade piece, which looks really good. The paint on it isn't that bad either, honestly. It's a little plasticky, but not too much. We do have some nice red on the sides here as well on the front, and a little bit of panel lining, but not too much. The bottom of it is detailed. There is some legal writing down there, but overall it's really nice. It's a really good size. If I can do a size comparison, maybe I'll try and post a photo of the Spartan that's standing next to it so you guys can see right there. It is a very, very good size. You can also take your little blockades and kind of just, you know, put them aside like that or something. Definitely want to pick up more of this pack just for this piece and for the next one, which we're going to take a look at right now, which of course is the Banished weapon rack, which looks amazing, honestly. Aside from maybe there being a little bit of red paint right there where there shouldn't be, this thing is awesome. It's a really nice size. It's very tall. and it can definitely hold weapons. Unfortunately, things like this right here aren't going to fit in just because the peg isn't long enough, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Things like the needler aren't going to go in, the same thing with the mauler because they actually don't have peg holes. Same with the gravity hammer, but you can see the other 3 weapons that we got here do fit in all nicely. We can have them vertical, or I believe we can have them horizontal. Let's see, something like that. So you can't have them, you know, one direction or the other. Either way, you're gonna have a little bit of an issue with spacing, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. I don't really mind it. I just think it looks really cool, and honestly works as a pretty good barricade as well. Turn it around, you can see the back of it. Again, really nice design work here. They didn't skimp out and just, you know, do one end or the other. Bottom of it is pretty plain, but that's fine. Again, detail on it, really nice. The silver on here is honestly very, very shiny. It's very reflective. This is a painted silver. It's not the same as the plastic, which is a cool touch. Something they probably didn't have to do, but they did. So that's a really nice touch. Again, some red here and here and here where there shouldn't be, but very minor. Yeah, it's kind of hollow. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the cheapest feeling thing in the world, though. It's hollow, but it's sturdy. So that's a good sign right there. Again, I really like this whole set right here where we can just kind of build up some type of blockade or something going on there. It's awesome. I like it. Anyways, moving on. So once again, for the last thing we have here in the box, we have the scrap cannon with the turret, which is awesome. We have the turret mount here. It does come separated in the box. You can pop it off. Takes a little bit of force, but you can pop it off. I don't know if you're meant to. I would assume you are, but just be aware that it's a little bit difficult. But you can see here, it is a pressure kind of thing going on there. The turret mount looks fine. There's a little bit detail. It's flat black, looks good. And the gun itself, we have the 2 handles, we have the little spike things, and like I said, it is different from the Torvos one. It's smaller for one. The handles are different. This one has the turret handles, this one does not. Just overall design, this one is definitely bigger. A lot shinier in the silver on this one. This one's, although it's shiny, and it's like a nice metallic silver, it's a little bit more dull than this one, funny enough. Black instead of gray. Yeah, and has the turret hole where this one doesn't. This one feeling a lot heavier than this one, obviously. But yeah, it's cool that we have 2 variants of the same weapon. They're not kind of just reusing the same thing over and over. Especially since we're not supposed to, since this is a boss weapon. But there we go with that. Again, popping it on to the turret is pretty easy. Kind of just go like that, turn it around, and there we have the turret like that. Again, really like it. Would not mind having like 3 more of them, honestly, but even 2 would be amazing. Having 1 is just awesome, so there is that. As for figure-wise, here we have the Brut Warrior, which once again, if you have that Amazon pack, you have gotten this one already. Though for those of you who didn't pick it up, this might be your first one. It's awesome to have it, and I like that it's coming in these kind of army building sets because we're getting a lot of random stuff, and these are kind of the just general brutes you'll run into more and more than anything else. So it's nice that, you know, while we're building up our armory, building up our blockades and everything, we're going to be getting a generic army of brutes, which I do like. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have these single carded so I can buy like 4 or 5 of them in one go, but getting all this extra stuff and for the price point, it's not too bad, so I'm okay with it for now. I will say that the brutes are a little bit weird in the feet, where I feel like they should move forward a little bit more, because getting this guy to stand up straight is a little bit difficult. You can see his feet are a little bit off to the side there. You can move the feet, but I don't know, just it's a weird balancing with him specifically. I haven't had this issue with any of the other brutes, I want to say. They've all been pretty good. This one is a little bit off in that regard, but aside from that, his helmet does pop off so we can see his face right there in all its glory, I guess you could say. Looks like the trailer. Anyways, articulation for this guy is pretty much what we expect. Arm can go up, down, rotate all the way around. We do have rotation at the elbow as well as a hinge at the elbow if it wants to move. Rotation and hinge at the wrist. We do have some body movement, left, right, kind of back, kind of forward, but not really, because obviously it's the Halo line from Jazwares. You know what you're going to get when it comes to waist articulation, which is barely anything. Legs can go outwards that much, forward that much, back a good amount. We have rotation right there at the upper thigh. We have the double jointed knee. Doesn't look pretty, but it works. And then we can go a little bit forward, but not really. That's kind of max. And we can go back a little bit right there with the foot. Like I said, I feel like the foot should be able to go forward a little bit more, but either way, it's fine for what it is. It works. It's cool. Like I said, great army builder. Anyways, moving on. Next up here, we have the Spartan CQB, which I believe is new to the line. I don't think we've gotten this in any type of single format or anything just yet. So yeah, CQB, Close Quarters Battle, because I guess CQC is too well known by Metal Gear and I didn't want to mix it up. I don't know, it just sounds better, CQC, CQB. Anyways, this figure does look really nice. I'm not a big fan of the orange, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like he needs a little bit of a wash to kind of help the helmet especially pop out. But aside from that, the orange, it's growing on me. The figure's been growing on me since I took him out of the packaging. I do love the contrast he has in the legs and in the arms with the gray, the pouches on his chest, the knife and everything. The detail on this figure is honestly really good, and I do actually really like it. I do kind of want it in a different color, but if I get multiple of these packs, I'm definitely going to end up repainting one because it's what I ended up doing with the UNSC checkpoint. Taking a closer look at this figure, unfortunately the knife does not pop out, which again, it's what you expect. Yeah, so head movements can't really move up or down. I want to say it's supposed to, but mine is definitely stuck. And if I move it, it's weird because like the neck piece right here moves with it. So this one is designed a little bit different than some of the other Spartans that we've gotten so far. He can look left and he can look right, which is where you can see the hinge, which is why I'm like, yeah, he should be able to look down and up, but I'm going to have to probably apply some heat to that to get it to move. As for the body, it almost has movement, but then it bounces back. So he can lean back, but then bounces back. He can lean forward a little bit, but it bounces back. He can lean to the side a bit, but he bounces back, which is a little bit weird because, again, they designed it different where there is this kind of weird disc right there above the ball peg. I don't know what that's about. That's the first time I've seen that on any of these figures, but it does hinder the articulation when it comes to moving him around. I'm going to mod it anyway, with the way Smut I always do, so there's that. But for everyone else, yeah, it's a little bit odd. He can turn left and right, and it'll stick if you get it into the right position. Arms can go up, down, rotate all the way around. We do have that single jointed elbow, which doesn't do great. It's not 90 degrees, but it's there. We have that rotation. We do have that familiar hinge that's in the wrong direction. And then aside from that, we do have his legs that can kick forward. About that much, maybe a little bit more. Can kick back, but not really. Can go out a little bit. Rotation at the upper thigh. Does have those double jointed knees. Again, they don't look great, but they don't look horrible. Just not great. And we do have that foot forward and back, and we do have that ankle pivot. I did have to heat up this leg, which I should have heated up the head when I did it, but I didn't notice the head problem when I did it, but did have to heat up this one to get it to move. And even now it's getting stuck again, so I'm probably going to have to work on it a little bit more to kind of have his articulation working perfectly. But aside from that, it's a pretty good looking Spartan. I do think they did a great job with the paint, especially on the pouches. There's two colors on the pouches, which is a nice touch because some of the other figures, again, the one that came in the UNSC checkpoint, his pouches are all one color, so it was kind of bland and everything. This one has a little bit more variety. Good job on their end. Again, I do feel like it needs a wash for the detail on the helmet, but aside from that, really nice figure. Really cool to see it added to the collection, and yeah. So another good set by Jazwares. This might actually be my favorite one so far, at the price point of roughly $30, more or less depending on when you order it, if the price is up or down. It is a very good deal. You get a good amount of stuff, a good amount of weapons, a new weapon rack, which you can't quite see. There it is. It's awesome. I really like that. I feel like that's one of the crown jewels of this thing, is the weapon rack, the turret right here, and the other kind of just little blockades and everything. Spartan, I think, is a nice touch. I'm kind of looking forward to getting a few more of him, just so I can paint him up in different colors. The Brut, a little bit hit or miss. I feel like the one I got last time is a little bit more articulated in the head. It's not as stuck as this one. He doesn't want to hold the gravity hammer as well as he should. It kept wanting to kind of shift downward, so be aware of like loose joints on him and stuff. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst figure I've messed with. It just takes a little bit more patience, unfortunately. Aside from that, that, again, a pretty solid pack. Yeah, really not much else to say. I do recommend it. Again, link in the description down below if you want to pick one up. And I think that'll pretty much wrap this up. Usually I do have like a gallery of photos, like at least 5 to 6, sometimes even 10 photos of everything displayed as nicely as I can to make a cool scene. I haven't done that in the last few videos. It's probably not going to be in this video, so I apologize for anyone who likes to see that stuff. I do love taking the photos of these, but it takes so much time and it's just been so hot that I kind of want to just be done with the photo taking aspect of this for right now until I guess we get into cooler weather. So I just wanted to apologize for that because it is something I really like to put out there. It's something I like to share with, so that if nothing at all, I put them in the front of the review so you guys can see everything in action. And even if you don't watch the whole review all the way through, at least you get an idea of what you can do with these. So I will be taking photos of these ones in the future, and maybe I'll do something cool or some type of battle scene or something and make that its own video. But for now, this is what we have. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I feel like I kind of ran through everything a little bit faster than I was intending, but it is a lot of stuff, so I don't know how long this video ended up being, but hopefully it was a not half hour. That would be great. But yeah, anyways, once again, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Definitely pick this up if you guys want it. And check back on the channel on the community tab if you guys want. I've been posting Amazon affiliate links to different orders. Every time I see a new World of Halo set go up, I will post it on there so you guys can try and get it on time. The last couple have sold out, not counting this one, but the Master Chief from Halo 3 with the Flood form, I did post that while it was in stock. It is out of stock right now, but I will try to repost it once it's back up. Same thing with the ODST drop pod. That thing kind of showed up randomly. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I was able to order a couple of them. They went out of stock right away almost, and then they were in and out of stock for the rest of the day. So once those things settle in back in stock, I will be posting them again. And then if I see any of the other kind of Series 5 stuff that we kind of missed, if any of it pops up on Amazon or even Target, I'll just try and post it. And by Target, I mean if it's in stock on Target, because they're technically on Target's website, just not up for shipping. So once again, just wanted to put it out there that I am going to try and be more active in helping out anybody who wants to kind of check back on here or just whatever on the community tab. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to post things so you guys can try and get things when they come out, because I know how difficult this line is to collect. It's not the easiest thing. I apologize for the people overseas who can't get their hands on these. That's something that definitely needs a change, but that'll be discussed in a later video. Anyways, once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.